Hello, everybody. Okay, time to go live. Time to go live. Meanwhile, sending my links to my um live stream link. Okay, so if you can see me, if you can hear me, just say hi or anything. Today we are going to talk about cash. Yeah, every month we need to talk about this lah. Oh, because we just want to do a quick update and also recent news. Right, there is so many things going on. Right, the transfer rules, and I'm sure some of you about it, but you all may not know what you all want to do or what you all need to do. Okay, it's going to affect every one of us who is in this high interest savings account game, especially when you're dealing with large transfers. And yeah, it is going to be quite hectic. Okay, yeah, so hopefully if anyone is here, just tell me you are live or what. Okay, I also want to make sure that I'm speaking to someone now. Okay, all right. If you're watching this on the replay, yeah, then hopefully you can also learn something new. Okay, so today's agenda, I think firstly let's start with what we want to go through today. Okay, as usual, I'll just give a quick run through of the current high interest savings account plus what the current rates. As you know, interest rates is already falling, so they are not looking good. They are not looking great. All right, so we'll see what we can do lah. Okay, I think let's start off with the capital guarantee and low risk first. I think most of you already know this. So if there are any interest rates that you should look at, they should be benchmarked against all these high interest accounts and whatnot. All right, because these are low, no risk and capital guaranteed. So starting with CPF OA, okay, CPF OA is 2.5%. So anything below 2.5%, I think no point lah. Oh. Anyway, I already put up these slides on my coffee shop. Okay, so if you want to download this slide, if you are watching this like later, yeah, just take a reference on the slides lah. It's on my coffee shop. I already put it in the live chat as well as the description that you can see. Okay, then CPF SA, you all know. If you all no need to use your OA, you can transfer to SA at 4%. Of course, that's irreversible. Fixed deposits now are ranging from 1.4% to 1.6%. Yeah, so quite a big drop, no more 2% already. Okay, then T-bills, you all know that the last issue was 1.44% per annum, Wow, 1.44% really no IC. Okay, and that was 25th September. So in the next few days, we will have the next issue lah. In fact, tomorrow, right, 9 October is the new issue. Okay, so T-bills really no IC. Okay, SSB don't even need to say. I already say SSB will be on the downtrend, and every month it will just keep falling with the interest rate trend. So that is for the November issue. So you apply this month October, you'll get the November issue. Okay, all these I don't need proof on. You all should know where to find. Okay, let's talk about high interest savings account very fast. Okay, I just want to cover the top two high interest savings account that is still surviving as of now, which is Standard Chartered Bonus Saver and HSBC Everyday Global Account. So Standard Chartered Bonus Saver is still giving 5.55% per annum. That is if you fulfill three criteria, which is salary credit $3,000, and if you make the card spend on bonus saver card, all right, and you spend $1,000, that is the card spend requirement. The last one is the bill payment I forgot to remove. I need to remove, then I upload again. Okay, but no bill payment. Okay, that one is the old requirement. Then 20K is the investment portion requirement. All right, so you will need to invest either on the Standard Chartered online trading platform, or you buy unit trust, or you buy the invest portfolio. Okay, invest portfolio is something new that they just released. There is no sales charge. Basically, you just it's like those kind of robo advisor portfolio lah, or those cash management solution portfolio. You invest, you put in 20K. Your next 6 months, you don't need to worry because you will fulfill the investment criteria for 6 months. Okay, if you have any questions, you just type in the chat. Those that I can address, I will address first lah. If not, later we do an overall Q&A. All right. And Standard Chartered Bonus Saver, what is good is that your first 100K will get 5.5%. Okay, so that is quite good, right? Yeah, I think it's quite unheard of lah. Even if you just remove the invest portion, you can get 3.05%. Yeah, which is not too bad. So if you want, you can go and use my referral code or link to go and sign up. Okay, HSBC Everyday Global Account recently, the new rates is at 3.1%, and that's assuming if you have incremental fresh funds plus you have wealth holding with HSBC. So how to qualify for wealth holding is really simple. You just need to buy a unit trust, or you just buy the stocks in SGX through HSBC investment. Okay, there is no minimum. There is no requirement like you need to buy $1,000 or $100. So just fulfill it. Just have some holdings in your HSBC investment account, and I think you will fulfill it. Okay, the cap is at 360K. It's not a hard cap, but it's when the account is optimized. So these are the two accounts that I really still recommend to do. But later, at the end of this slides, right, we will talk about the bank transfer rules, because that will impact how you want to do the ding dong strategy, whereby you transfer the fresh funds from one account to another. If the bank transfer rules are going to be tightened to 50K, then this strategy is going to be quite dangerous lah. Okay, because your funds will be locked with like 24 hours, and I'm sure some of you already noticed that. Okay, the rest of the accounts no need to see already. I think we went through enough. There's enough news on this, so I won't want to go through. Money market funds update. Okay, first time we see the liquidity fund has already fallen to 1.2%. Then for Fullerton SGD cash fund, it has also fallen to 1.4%. So just when you thought like last month it suddenly crept back up, right, 2%. Now it dropped back. It's almost like T-bills, It's even worse than T-bills, if I may say so. Right? So there's no point to do money market funds anymore. Okay, the only money market fund that is still looking good is the USD money market fund. In fact, USD just risen again. Previously, it was like 1.28-ish. Recently, it hopped back up to 1.295 as of today's rate. Yeah, so for those of you who have invested in USD like the past few months, then you will enjoy both the money market fund rate as well as the forex appreciation. Okay, so this is from Mumu lah, from today's. Okay, then liquidity funds. This is the iFast SGD Enhanced Liquidity Funds. It's fallen to 1.7%. Last month we talked about it, it was around 2+%. So it has also fallen to 1.75%. Then this is this month's long bridge promo. Okay, most of you already know this. You get 2 times 6% interest boost coupon. Yeah, most of you already have a Longbridge account. But if you don't have a Longbridge account, you can go and sign up, and then you can subscribe to their Longbridge Cash Plus. Okay, and then you can get up to 12% interest booster. That's for newcomer you only. And that's even on top of those free shares that you can earn when you fulfill the funding, trading, and holding requirements. Okay, so this is liquidity funds from Longbridge, and it's giving around 1.75%. Okay, so as of today's afternoon, cash management account, I don't need to go through every one of them because you can see the numbers clearly. But what I really want to highlight is that, like I always say, if you can buy the underlying fund yourself, please don't go through cash management accounts. Okay, it is not difficult to go and look at the underlying product and then you go and buy the funds yourself. Okay, skip the middleman, skip the fees, skip whatever fees you can skip, because cost is guaranteed. Profits is not guaranteed. Okay, the only one that really didn't drop much. In fact, UOB AM Cash Plus Extra last month I went through, it was 3.1%. This month it up a little bit to 3.2%. So that's UOB AM Cash Plus Extra. But the underlying fund is the same, United SGD Fund. Chocolate haven't changed yet. In fact, chocolate, you can buy the same portfolio yourself with the own fund. So I really don't recommend people to put money in chocolate finance unless they really don't have anything better to put. The only funds that I put in chocolate finance are those that I use it to spend on my chocolate card. Okay, so I'm sure that's the same for many of you. Yeah, so don't treat chocolate like a bank account. Chocolate is not a bank account. Chocolate is a investment account. Okay, so just treat it that way. Oh, one more thing I forgot to say. I heard that something changed with Mari Invest Save Plus, like something like there's no more. There's still instant withdrawal, but it's not like you can clock the interest or something like that. I never even explored that option. For those who are affected, please go and read news affected the Mari Invest Save Plus. That's why I don't play this kind of small game. You want to do on large AUM. Don't do this kind of small one. Okay, which brings me to one of my favorite options, but I cannot tell you to buy or sell now. Now very sensitive. So short-term bond funds. There are a few that you can choose from. This is from Mumu app on the left. These are the top 5 short-term bond funds that are listed based on their yield. So at the top, you have Lion Global Short Duration Bond Fund, which is 4.91% or 4.9%. Then Fullerton is also at 4.9%. This is based on the 1-year yield. Okay, so that is a past performance. But of course, you will know by now that past performance is not a guarantee of future performance, correct? Yeah. So whatever you are looking at it right now, we do not know how it will trend in the next few months or even by the end of this year. Okay, it may drop, it may go up. Nobody really knows. But at the current state, the past 12 months return is close to 5% now, which is why if you really don't want to jump through all the hoops of high interest savings account, they have caps, they have requirements, right? Then I think this is another avenue that you can consider, which is what I've considered. On the right, you will see that this is my Lion Global Short Duration Bond Fund position. It is no longer in Mumu. This is the Endowus platform. I explained in a recent video why I moved from Endowus to Poems. That's for my CPF OA portfolio. And then I realized that Endowus also have the Lion Global Short Duration Bond Fund, but it is in Class I. Okay, but so this is different from Class A. So Class A is what you can find on all the brokerages. Class I is something you can only find on Endowus. So I also want to use up my excess fee credits on Endowus. That is why I moved my short duration bond fund for Lion Global into Endowus to take advantage of the excess fees. And I think it's a little bit better lah. I think the processing time in terms of the withdrawal, yeah, I'm quite satisfied with how Endowus handle it, at least for Class I. Okay, so Class I and Class A are actually different class, but they are tracking the same underlying asset. Okay, so that's on the right Endowus. Okay, if you don't have Mumu or you don't have Endowus, there is a so long bridge. Yeah, long bridge on the left. This was my recent update. Okay, this is for the Lion Global Short Duration Bond Fund SGD Class A product. Okay, you can see that. Eh, maybe some of you will realize why these few days Lion Global Short Duration Bond Fund keep having negative return. That's why I told you already. You don't hope that short-term bond funds forever is positive one. There will be days where it is red and you will return a negative return. Yeah, so nothing is guaranteed in life lah, just like for all kinds of investments. So don't get too spook up. As long as the overall trend is going up, right, then we should be happy lah, right? Okay, so don't be too upset with the negative return day. Okay, but if really if this is not a investment that you can tahan to see losses, then I would suggest you don't touch it lah. Right? If you just want to see total positive return, then I think CPF is always the best place. Okay, confirm guarantee. Then on the right we have Webull. If you do not have any other brokerages platform, you have Webull. Webull also have Lion Global Short Duration Bond Fund. Yeah, it's also processed quite fast. Okay, let's come to our highlight for today because I want to talk about this very important piece of news which is released last week. So the title says that banks may reject some transfers if more than half of an account's balance is transferred out. Okay, I want you all to really understand the impact of this news. And you see, the limit is $50,000. $50,000. You think about it, right? $50,000. The SDIC insurance is only 100K. 50K is just half of it. So if you want to transfer, like maybe you have your UOB1 account, 150K. You transfer 50K, that's the max already. If you transfer more than 50K, it will freeze for 24 hours. Okay, it's a safeguard measure because the bank is afraid that somebody is forcing you to do the transfer and then they will release the bank transfer 24 hours later. Okay, so it is quite troublesome lah, but it's really to protect both the bank and the consumer. Okay, because we have too many scams going on right now, and that if you're forced to make this transfer, at least you have 24 hours to really go and tell the bank, I did not authorize this transfer, at least more than 50K, correct? So that is really to protect the banks. Maybe also to protect those who cannot make their own decision. But the truth is that for those of us who are aware of what we are doing, this is a very bad news, especially if you want to do HSBC, ding dong strategy, right? You want to transfer to a fresh account, incremental fresh funds, 360K cap. Then you realize you can only transfer 50K. How like that? How? Then for those who do UOB one, quarterly saver promotion, right? Quarterly saver, then you think about it, 150K, you all stash it away in the quarterly savings. Then at the end of the period, you want to withdraw out. Then you realize you can only do 50K per day. You need to do 3 days, you know. Oh, it's just very sad piece of news. Some people have spoiled the game, the scammers, the scammers. So I think for us min maxers on high interest savings account, we just want to get a max bonus cap. We are a very small majority. We are a very small minority. Correct. But the people out there who really don't know all this stuff, they are the majority. So you have to accept the fact that these kind of measures are out to protect the larger public. Correct. So $50,000 to us may be quite small amount because we just want to cap out the max bonus. But to others, it may be a very large amount. It may be their life savings even. So yeah lah, I could understand where this is coming from. And you cannot change the fact already. 15 October is going to start. So 7 days from today, okay, next Wednesday, this is going to start implemented. So for those of you who want to do large transfers, please be aware. This is a very important piece of news. And especially those who want to do cash strategy one. You all want to transfer one. Which is why I say, right, I'd rather just do investments. Whether you want to invest in stocks, equities, bonds, bond fund or whatnot, right? I think at least I know where my money is flowing, right? And I can just authorize when I want to use it. You think about it. Your high interest savings account is supposed to be the most liquid account. But now your transfers are blocked for at least 24 hours. It's not as liquid as sitting, right? Yeah. So you think about it, you really need to think about how you want your cash to be allocated. Maybe you want to split it across different accounts. But if you split it across different accounts, then you realize, you cannot get the max bonus. So it's a catch-22 situation. Would you rather want safety or you want that fast liquidity? So you have to balance that. Okay, so that's my overall opinion of this news. I feel that although it's not good for us min maxers, but I felt that the general public actually they don't have such. They may really need this kind of safeguards. Yeah, so they to sacrifice us, no. So to sacrifice those who min max, right? Then we need to do the greater good lah. Okay, and we also cannot change the situation. It's really there. Yeah. So okay, some interesting comments. Okay, let's move on to Q&A lah. Then you can see. Cheng Yi say GXS pocket cut to 1.18% from 31st Oct. GXS boost is now 1.38%. Oh, they cut again. Whatever lah. GXS, I think GXS is one of the banks who started this what do you call it? Freeze the transfer, because I was only transferring like how much? 20K out of GXS pocket. Yeah. And this was like 1 to 2 months ago. GXS just freeze the transfer. unless you like pay now to NRIC or something like that. That was 1 to 2 months back. So with these new rules, 15 October, I think those who want to release funds are even more headache. Okay, next one. What's the difference between fast buy and buy for the bond fund? Fast buy and buy for the bond fund. What is fast buy? Yeah, Adam, you may want to clarify your questions. Anyway, you all should know. If I answer your question, please help me scan the QR code as a token of appreciation. Okay, I will not ask you for like. You just take your camera phone and scan the QR. That's the best support you can give me. No need to give me money. Okay. Mailman. Wonder are rich people who easily move more than 50K regularly. Are they also hampered by this? Rich people. Rich people, do they move more than 50K regularly? Yeah, I do have people in my Telegram group that move 50K very regularly, if not more than 50K. Of course, they will be hampered like this. Sometimes they just want to, shift their funds here and there for whatever reasons. Okay. The bank sure kena bombarded by more calls. This is true. Because some people, they want the manual unlock. right? They block the transfer, it's automatic. So maybe they can call the customer service officer, tell them, okay, this is me. I just want to transfer. Can you just approve it, release the transfer? Yeah. So, any one of you realize that it's harder and harder to get on the call on a human officer. Okay. Do you realize that in the past, like we just click like one, two, three, a few click can already. But now it's getting harder and harder. And then some banks are there's no even option to speak to customer service officer one. They will just spin you around, right? Spin you around the number. Huh? You spin my head right round, right round. Yeah. Any one of you agree one? Go and click agree plus one. Type agree plus one, right? Very hard to get all these customer service officer one. Eh. Then they want you to go on the online chat service lah. Okay, they just don't want to talk to you. I I understand it's a cost thing lah, but yeah, it's just like that. Life is like that. Imagine want to pay for car renovation, then funds frozen by bank for 24 hours. The things are mittens, regular viewer. So the thing is that you want to pay for car, usually you go for a car loan ma, unless you pay down. So you really need to be prepared lor, especially when you are dealing with big ticket items, especially a wedding as well. Some of you wedding can be tens of thousands of dollars one. So really need to be prepared to have a few bank accounts. In the past, everyone only have one POSB bank account from their student days. Now at least you must have a few lah, correct? So that your funds can move more freely. And because of this kind of transfer rules, you really want to ensure you don't just have one bank account. Otherwise, difficult life. Okay, I think Dave say, I think genuinely rich people don't even bother these processes to get more extra funds. As Chris said, we are small minority. Correct. This is true. The rich will focus on making more money. They just want to meet more people. They don't have time for small games like this. Or they may even not have so much cash. They have family officers handling such funds for them, or they have their own personal finance advisors that middle class people like us cannot comprehend one. There will be someone professional to handle these ones. if we need to do all these things to get all the min max stuff, we are still considered quite small. Yeah. Okay, Cheng Yu say article seems to say trigger is when more than 50%, 50k is transferred. Example 25k of 50k, 50k of 100k is transferred. Yeah, the thing is that what the article say is what the article say, but what the bank really do, we really don't know one day, right? Because as you know, some banks they announce they got changes, they got new process, but they don't execute it. Maybe someone need to manually execute it. So until the 15th of October, then we can really see the impact. Correct. So I think until 15th October, then we will see the impact of how this is going. If it's 25k or 50k, then really very jialat. 25k is not very large, so in the grand scheme of things. Mumu, when you buy bonds, there is a fast buy and buy option. I really don't know. I think it's whether you want to buy it directly from your bank account or you want to buy it from the funds. Maybe just let me check Mumu now. Is there really a fast buy option for bond or bond fund? Okay, let me log into my Mumu app. Meanwhile, I just answer comment. SC. SC SC does SC block transfers or not? So far SC working okay for me. It's DBS lah. DBS is the one. DBS is the one that I start seeing large transfers getting 24-hour freehold. Okay, Dave say what? UOB still easy to get CSO. Maybank and DBS is hard. Yeah lah. UOB you can actually get their CSO quite readily on the online chat portal, I think. Yeah, UOB has this chat assist. Then just say you want to chat with agent. Usually, if you do weekdays, they are quite fast, correct? But I think DBS got no way. DBS got no way for the online chat to speak to customer service agent. Yeah. Okay, I'm starting to look at what Adam is talking about, the fast buy thing. Okay, meanwhile, keep your questions coming. And also, if I answer your question, please help me scan the QR code. Support a bit lah, oh. No need money one. It says my assessment is, I need to reassess. Okay. Okay, there's no fast buy. There's only whether you want to choose bank account or margin account. Okay, Dave say UOB pay now outflow already frees me for transferring to Moomoo. Now, I have a solution for this, Dave. So you look at Moomoo, right? There's a eGiro, funding by eGiro. I would strongly recommend anyone, if you want to do brokerage transfers to your account, right? Just link eGiro. Okay, so eGiro will just deduct funds directly, just like a gyro thing. So you don't need to like manually go and pay now. You just need a link bank account, but you need to set up the gyro digitally lah. Okay, so this is also what I encourage, because eGiro is, you won't have any mistake one. It's already linked to the bank account. So there's really no need to do manual pay now transfer, scan the QR code, whatever. But you can scan my QR code lah. It's up there. Correct. Need to call CSO and fraud department will call me. Yeah. You know, your fraud department is also very busy now, because fraud department must be handled by human agents. Then some people, they just want human contact. So they just spam call the fraud department. So it's like the choke point. You don't have human customer service officers, everyone will go and call the fraud department, right? So please don't bother the fraud department unless it's really for fraud. Otherwise, those people who genuinely want to do fraud reporting one, then they cannot call in how? Correct or not? Yeah lah, please don't abuse the fraud department. But I understand it's really not your fault. It's really not enough people to handle the phone line. Hello, what is the new bank transfer rule by Hi Pekta? Oh, you must be late here. Okay, take a look at this slide. So this news was released last week on where banks may reject some transfers if they hold more than half an account balance is moved out. So basically 50, if you're moving at least 50% of your funds out, threshold being 50K, at least 50K, then they'll freeze the transfer for 24 hours. After 24 hours, they will release the funds. Or if you really want the funds to be released, you can go and contact the customer service officer. So I'm sure those who have used DBS this past few weeks, you all will have experienced this, because I myself had experienced it like under 100K, but more than 50K. Yeah, so I transfer on like Friday evening, fast transfer. And they say, you need to wait 24 hours to make sure that this is a authorized transfer and it's not under any kind of, force or pressure, or, they want to check it's not a scam. Yeah. So this is the news, the new bank transfer rule. Okay. So for those who are late, this is the news. Actually, it's not very news already. It's 1 week ago, but I just have the time to talk about it today. Yeah. So if you first time hear it from my channel can help to scan the QR code or click the IBKR link. Thank you. Yeah, that's a small tip lah. Every click you all click or scan, I earn a little bit of commission. I must disclose. But that commission doesn't come from you. You don't need to pay anything. You just click only. Okay. As long as it's not from my IP. You click from your IP, I will earn. Okay. Thank you, Dave, for clicking the IBKR link. Yeah, Dave has been a regular viewer of my live stream. Thank you for coming. And also encourage other people to click. Otherwise, I own self here answer questions are also quite boring. Yeah. Okay. Mailman. My wife tried to do internet bank transfer. $10 instant charge. After click submit, her transaction was rejected and account kena lock. Cannot log in anymore. CSO only solved the issue after 9 hours. Oh my god. Transfer $10 only. Transfer $10, click submit, rejected, account kena lock. CSO only solved the issue after 9 hours. 9 hours, man. Can you imagine? If you just need to do a very important transaction, like, I don't know, you want to buy a stock already, then you want to fund in the account, then you kena this kind of thing. Can blame anyone or not? You blame the bank will also say it's for security measures. Who's going to take the blame? No one, ma. So how like that? Yeah. I also don't know how to solve. I'm not the bank ops, man. Okay, high beta. Oh, then what are the use cases that may need to transfer more than 50K or more than 50% available amount? Because I was thinking for me, won't gonna this. Actually, for most people, they won't gonna lah. But if you are playing the merry-go-round game, you just want to transfer from this account to another for fresh funds, or to cap up the bonus, and maybe the end of the month you want to transfer to another account to take advantage of new user promo or whatnot. Or you just want to sign up for long bridge and then new user, and you want to fund the account, right? Then you need to transfer the funds, and you realize, bank block my transfer. Yeah, these are some of the use cases lah. If it doesn't happen to you, good. Either you're too high level for this, or you haven't reached that level lah. So it's always the middle one that kena one. Okay, I will assume you're too high level lah. Oh. Okay. Very good lah. So far, the questions and comments quite active. Oh, you too low level. Okay, work harder. Don't worry. We are all here to learn one. Okay? We don't look down on one another. Okay? Work hard on yourself. Next time, from the low level, you become middle level. Then one day you'll become high level. Okay? Time, you just need to work on your skills, your network and your net worth, your skills. Okay, meanwhile, now no questions. Please help me scan the QR code. Okay. Last week I talked to Mr. Lu, right? You're there or not? Were you there when I talked to Mr. Lu? Yeah, he's a very interesting guy. It's a channel that I watched since my early YouTube days. Yeah, for those who haven't watched, that was my last week live stream. We talk about investments, AI, more about business stuff. Yeah, very high level person. Okay, so for those who come late one, I show you all the slide in case you all miss it. Okay. This is the current high interest savings account. Then you realize only 2 are green. The rest are down there already. No longer UOB1 OCBC thing. Destiny JL. If it's an account number that we have been transferring for months, the bank should just set a policy to avoid checking it. Don't you think so? Yes, I agree with you, but the banks don't agree with you. How like that? The banks don't care. Even though you have been transferring to the same account, same name, same holder for many years, they do not care. They will still take 24 hours because that's just my experience with DBS. Okay? It's a fact that happened. And it will happen island-wide soon in Singapore. Okay, yeah, the bank account looking very pathetic. So yeah, I do use the Standard Chartered bonus saver, 100K, fulfill the 3 criteria for 5.55%. Everything global account a little bit. That's for the liquid cash. Definitely not at 360K. Yeah, then for those who want to sign up Longbridge, you go and download my slide. It's in the pinned comments, right? Did I even pin the comment? Yeah, I need to pin the comment. Pin the message. Go and download my PowerPoint slide. Okay, then you can go and see all these PowerPoint slides that I made. Yeah, every month I must update this. And then sometimes got this kind of interesting news. Chris, see you at Silly. Yes, I will see you. Oh yeah, I need to announce this Saturday I'll be at Sydney. I'm not a speaker. This time around, I'm not the panel speaker for Sydney. I'm the moderator. Okay. Speaking of Sydney, maybe just let me show Sydney. I'm the moderator of the CPF panel. Interesting, right? Sydney PFF 2025. So They don't need my insights because they already have professionals. How do I share? Okay, I need to share my screen. Am I sharing? Hey, this one very hard to use. Wait, yeah, so I will be moderating at Sydney. I'll be moderating at Sydney. Okay, it is this Saturday at Marina Bay Sands Expo and Convention Center. My session is on 3:30, main stage. Okay, making your CPF work harder, tactics to secure your home and build retirement income. For the first time, I'm going to be a moderator. Okay, I'm not going to be the speaker because I think these people are more established than me to talk about CPF. Not like me anyhow talk about CPF. Okay, but at least it's me lah. Okay, someone who have CPF background and the know-how. Yeah, so I'll ask them questions lor. There's no Q&A segment for the CD panel. They don't have time. So I'm the only one who can issue the Q&A. Okay, so for those who want to see me this Saturday lunch, before or after this session, find me, just say hi, introduce yourself, whether you are my live stream viewer, and whether you scan the QR code or not. If you scan the QR code, very good. If I see you, I'll ask you to click my IBKR link and scan the QR code. No lah, joking lah. Y'all want to do, then y'all do lah. Okay. Had to call in last 2 months to ask them to expedite whenever I transfer. Yeah. It has been happening for the past few months already. It's just that next week they are going to make it official. Yeah, they're going to make it official so that you have no excuse. Maybe a lot of people complain already. Let's pray and be patient for now. Hope they will have some streamline for automation for such first-party transfer. Yeah, we can only hope, right? We don't know the bank's processes. And even if someone know, they cannot tell you. So hopefully, if there is like a whitelist, like this, within this whitelist, these are the account numbers. There should not be any 24-hour freeze. Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. If banks are watching, this is a good idea. Whitelist means whatever you do, you transfer, right? You cannot take the bank responsible. Okay, so maybe you must sign a document now electronically and say, okay, within this whitelist, if I transfer to this person, I cannot complain that I lose money. Fair, right? So you protect the bank and you protect yourself also. Correct. Okay. Did y'all catch my Sydney? I haven't even announced my Sydney thing. They call me quite late to fill in spaces, right? Maybe someone drop out. Yeah. Anyway, regardless, whether it's fill in or invited, it's a new experience for me to be a moderator. I mean, I've been doing this live stream for half a year already. At least time for me to train up my live speaking skills. Some of you see me in live events. How do you think my performance can go on stage or not? Can, right? Okay lah. Everyone must have something to start from. Okay. If you're where's my QR code? Where's my QR code? People want to scan, cannot find my QR code. I discovered one new one already. I can put my QR code in the top right corner, overlay. Then you won't miss it. Hey, thank you, Dave. Dave say I can go on stage. Can I? I see y'all this Saturday if you are there. I think Dollars and Cents is giving some free tickets. They have some special promo code where you can just redeem for free. So you can go use their Dollars and Cents promo code. Okay. What else? And meanwhile, I share my high interest savings account story lah. Since we got time, don't have question one lah. Okay, which one? Okay, here. I share a bit of story, Ken. What kind of accounts I use from the past until now? Since you are waiting for the questions, right? So in the past, when I was working full time, I think my first account was OCBC 360. Back at the time was around 3%. If you fulfill salary credit, don't have card spend, I think they have an incremental savings thing. Yeah, then I think it was 3%. That was in 2015, 2016. Then after that, I think they nerfed the interest or what. Then I closed the account. Never used already. Yeah, then that was the end. I forgot what account I was using. Probably like a DBS multiplier after that. Because DBS multiplier, I think they had some rabbit Facebook group, right? You all remember the Bureau or something, the Facebook group for DBS multiplier. Then they have the rabbit mascot. It's called the Bureau or something. So that one, the marketing was quite good. But I think the group really closed down. Yeah. It was called the Bureau. So they teach you like the DBS people on the Facebook page teach you how to get the highest interest. That's why I follow that page quite religiously lah. That was around 2018, 2019 period. So still quite low interest. 2020, 2021 is still a low interest period. So back then, I think there were a few insurance savings account coming up. One of it was Singlife. One of it was Singtel Dash. The others are those robo advisor accounts starting to come up. Correct? If you all remember the history, no one really talked about high interest savings account back then. The only time high interest savings account came back was when the Fed started to raise interest rates. So that was in 2022. 2022, right? Then 2022, then we start with the DBS. DBS multiplier actually started with 3%. Yeah, I remember because I started doing video on this and DBS was the first one. So DBS was the first one doing 3% per annum. So a lot of people watch that video. Wow, then say, wow, so good. Can get so many views one. Then it was followed by OCBC 360. OCBC 360, I think, started with 4%. Then it's like, whoa, so much better than DBS. Then I jumped to OCBC already. Then I do video on OCBC. Also a lot of views. Then everyone was saying, DBS already come out. OCBC already come out. Where UOB? UOB there? Then like 1-2 months no news and thought UOB no more already. And finally UOB come up the best one. 2 months later, UOB one account 5% per annum. Credit card spend plus salary credit. Just these two components. Oh, win already. All the UOB, all the OCBC and DBS people just move to UOB like that. Like one up each other, Starting with DBS, then OCBC, then UOB. That was all in 2022. Then UOB, I think, kept that 5% per annum on the first 100K for quite long. 2022 until 2024, I believe that was last year. If I remember correctly, it was 1st of May, then they switched it down to 4% per annum. So that's the whole history of high interest savings account. The trend, at least for my lifetime. So now 2024 to 2025, we are just facing nerf of the nerf. At least Standard Chartered Bonus Saver is still giving 5.55%. So for those of you who don't have Bonus Saver one, please go and sign up with my link and my code C224D. Okay. No question today. So fast. 100 plus of you watching. This is not bad. Do you know how many people is 100 over people? Like if you all go to the cinema, right? Can fit how many people? If each row can fit, I don't know, 15 people, you need like 8 rows to fit 100 of you here. Yeah, that's how much people you can imagine watching the live right now. So you all have any questions? You all ask now. Okay, after this live, I'm very busy. I need to do solo business. Okay, got question already. Byron Teo. Hi Chris, can we transfer money to the Standard Chartered bonus saver account and consider it as salary? I heard can, but I also heard cannot. So don't ask me to confirm because I have real corporate salary transfers through my company bank account. You can ask it in my group. Some people tested it and say okay. Some people tested it and say not okay. So the reviews are quite mixed. I really cannot confirm. What I can confirm is that corporate salary confirm can. Okay, that's my answer. Help me scan QR code. Scan. You just take your camera app open, point at the screen, click. That's all. No need to sign up. No need to sign up. Guess most people here not concerned with this rule. Actually, I say already, this rule will only affect a very small number of people. I would say even less than 5% of the people. Because how many criteria must you meet? Firstly, you must have multiple bank accounts that you want to do multiple transfers. A lot of people in Singapore only have 1 or 2 bank accounts only. Okay. Then the second thing is you need to be high value transfer, 50K and above. How many people would do 50K and above? Not many, Of course, those in my group, in my channel y'all don't say lah. Y'all follow me, y'all will follow my tactic, right? That's why y'all always do all the high value transfers. But people outside of this circle, who will go and transfer 50K every day one? No one. 50K is like maybe their 1 year salary already, So it's not so simple one. Okay, thank you, Byron, for scanning. If you're scanned already or you're click already, also tell me so I can thank you all personally. Which SC credit card you recommend to hit minimum spending? There's only one card you can use it, and that's the bonus saver credit card. Yeah, you cannot use anyhow Standard Chartered credit card. You can only use the bonus saver credit card or the bonus saver debit card for that matter. But you think about it. If you use the Standard Chartered bonus saver account, you have $1,000 of spend. You don't need to care MCC. Okay, maybe you need. But you don't need to care like the specific MCC. You just need to make sure you spend $1,000 every month. And if you cannot hit $1,000 of retail spend, can you use the $1,000 of retail spend on up or I pay my payments to pay your insurance, to pay your mortgage, to pay your rental, to pay your MCST, to pay your maid salary? So many things you can pay, right? So yeah, there are a lot of ways. Hui Hui Bo says, hi Chris, how about UOB Stash? UOB Stash, I think the effective interest is only 2%, is it? Someone fill me up, please. I've not been looking at Stash for very long because I just thought that it's literally just put money inside. There's no point. Like anything that's below CPF OA 2.5%, I won't even look at it. Right? Anything less than 2.5%, what's the point? Mittens 220 says 2.04% for Stash. Thank you. Yeah, like I said already, 2.5% below, I won't look at it. I think no point. I'd rather just repay my home loan. Yeah, speaking of that, home loan, you think about it, right? Some of you use CPF OA to pay your home loan, correct? So CPF OA pays 2.5% interest per annum. If your current cash strategy or whatever is yielding less than 2.5%, does it mean that you're shortchanging yourself? Because you could have just paid your housing loan or voluntary housing repayment to your CPF OA. Oh, I need to correct myself. It's 2.6% HDB loan. Yeah, so the opportunity cost is even bigger. If you have an existing mortgage loan, and that's with HDB 2.6%, would you rather just use your cash and pay down that loan? And that's a 100% guaranteed 2.6% per annum, rather than looking at all these options below CPF OA 2.5%. Think about it, You think about it, because everyone's situation is different. Okay. Hey, thank you, thank you. Thank you means help me scan QR code. That's the best form of thank you. Yeah, no need your money lah. You just help me click can ready. Oh, okay, okay. Since we also got some time until 10 p.m. I share a bit about my live stream roadmap lah. Okay, so I think I gotten quite bored of talking to myself. So you realize that last week when I invited Mr. Lu to come over to speak to the live stream people, yeah, I realized, it creates more engagement. Then he can also stream to his other channels. So I'm thinking of inviting more people to my live stream to come and talk to me lah, so that I don't have to talk to myself. Okay. I also think you all may like to see some engagement, interaction across different guests, people that I find interesting, that I think they are quite successful one. I'll invite them to my live stream, and yeah, I will talk to them lah. Otherwise, I keep talking to myself all these same topics. Correct. Then I think YouTube now have this collaboration function, so it's like can co-stream to other channels. So it's like they also gain from my viewers, I also gain from their viewers. Okay, so the next few weeks or next few months, we will experiment with something like this. So if you all want me to get any guests on, okay, people my level one or some industry experts, I don't know, but they need to be firstly not camera shy, and also they have good audio. I think that's very important in live stream. Okay, so live stream is really about live reaction because you don't know what the audience will throw at you. And then sometimes they may ask you questions that you don't have time to prepare one. Okay, like my Sydney event this coming Saturday is, at least we go through like one round of rehearsal already. Like we went through the talking points with them, like, okay, this is what we are going to ask, and this is what the answer you're going to give. So it's like everything is prepared already. But live stream is very different one. You don't know what your audience will come, or you don't know what your guests will say. So your reaction must be tip top. And then everything is not recorded one, it's live one. So whatever you say, go already. Okay? You don't say the wrong word, then gonna banned by MAS, then gone. Okay? So yeah, live stream really depend on a lot of brain power. That's why after every live stream, I very tired. My brain cannot take it. Okay, Okay, for those who just come in this Saturday, my next event, 3:20 p.m. in MBS Sydney SingSaver Personal Finance Festival, making your CPF work harder. Tactics to secure your home and build retirement income. This is so for me, man. Okay, so I'm going to ask the industry experts, Mr. Gregory from CPF Board, Miss Lina Ting from Provident, Miss So Sing Ting from Endowers. All these people that I, kind of work with their organization. So for those who are coming this Saturday, if you all see me, come and approach me. Come and scan my QR code if you want. Yeah. Okay. Can Dave say, I think your Reddit stream more tired. By the way, this simply talk. Any Zoom option? Yeah, Reddit. That one really tough, man. You know why Reddit one is very tough? I need to type. I need to think. I need to talk. I need to do three things at one time. At least for normal live streams like this, I don't need to type. I'm not a typer. I'm not a writer. Writing is very difficult for me because so I'm very grateful for AI because nowadays I can just type a few words, then they can help me make into nice sentences that people can read. Otherwise, my writing really cannot. You imagine before 2022, right? Or even before 2023, all the posts you see on my YouTube and Telegram, all I handwrite. Then you look at the English, sometimes a bit off. Yeah, I don't come from an English speaking family that's why my English is a bit 脆。Yeah, but 我的中文还说的不错的，有时候还会出现在八频道。So yeah lah, if you all see me on channel 8, you all will know. Okay, any Zoom option for Silly Talk? I don't think they are doing any live stream, but if based on tradition, they will have a recording. Yeah. So they will have a recording. They will post it on YouTube, I think. Then I'll clip some of those that, I find interesting. Maybe I'll do a video of all the clip ups. Or then if you're a typer, I can hire you. Don't have enough jobs for you, man. Yeah. We are running on a very lean operation. Okay. What else? What question you all have? You all want to know where to save the best money? The best money right now, this one, if you all haven't seen it, I put in short duration bond fund. I put only, nowadays cannot say buy sell recommendation. No, all the time cannot say already. It's just that nowadays, we are put into this limelight, MAS. Don't know why it's so. People just don't like other people earning money. And then, a lot of things I cannot say public. But you all know can already. Yeah. High interest savings account factually, Standard Chartered bonus savers the highest right now at 5.5%. Okay, but you will need to fulfill 3 criteria, which is the salary credit, card spend, and the 20K investment portfolio. Okay. If not, no further question, I think I will end in 5 minutes already. Today, quick end. I think I just want to update the news only because this is a very important piece of news. This one, the bank transfer rules. It's going to go live next week. So I foresee that a lot of people will be affected. I mean, my channel, not the public. The public, most people don't care one. They may not even know of this news exists. Yeah, so people who are doing large transfers here and there across multiple accounts, then you ought to be careful and note that this news will affect how you want to change your transfer strategies. Okay, since I got 5 minutes, I open the floor to any other non-cash questions. Anything out of topic you want to ask on? Okay, you all have 5 minutes or less than 5 minutes. If not, I will close the live stream already. Because today I think more than 100 people come in, now 88 people. And the most important thing is to really read this news. This is what I really want to inform all of you. But before you leave, please scan the QR code one last time. One last time. Or you just click the IBKR link. Okay. Otherwise, I'll see you on Saturday. Saturday live event. So every month I will try to do a live event. Some of it are public, some of it are not so public. So this month, October, will be the Sydney event. Next month, November, I'm going to have another public event. The topic of the live event will be on credit cards. So it's my first time doing the live event on credit cards. And yeah, I'm still finalizing on the logistics. Yeah, because I need to go to the venue and set up all this. And the exciting thing is that next live event, I may want to do a concurrent live stream. Yeah, you heard that right. So I'm doing like a live event plus a live stream. So I have both live audience plus offline audience. So for those of you who can make it offline one, you can see me, you can talk to me. For those of you who cannot make it to the venue one, you can still see my live stream. But that's just an ideal scenario. I don't know how it will work out, especially on an on an external venue, outside of home, how the internet connection is doing all that. So I think that is a challenge. Happening in November after my overseas trip. Yeah, I'm traveling very soon. Yeah, so yeah, that will be something interesting to note. So for those of you who are watching from home or you're on your commute, you are listening to this on recorded live stream, the only takeaway I want you all to have this is the news on the bank transfer. And I wish you all the best in whatever you all do. If you all invest in equities, I hope you all hot to the moon. Today is a green market day on the 8th of October. And whether you're going on the gym or you're on the commute, you're fetching your kids, going to work, going to school, I wish you all the best in your luck. And I'll see you all probably next week in our weekly live stream. All right, this is Chris, Honey Money, checking out.